22, it says PDF. That means I can control my document or convert my document basically into a PDF document so that I can send it to anybody whenever they need it. It's a very simple exercise. Basically, it's telling us to open a document. And simply it's telling us to let's say, go to File, go to Save As, Browse, and if I choose the desktop, and I go to Word document and I say PDF, तो अभी मेरा ये जो document है, वो PDF में save हो जाएगा. Now, when you're saving a document in PDF, these steps which I showed you are simple. File, Save As, PDF किया, file करके save कर दिया. But when we are trying to save a document into PDF, what is relevant is not this. What is relevant is the options of the PDF, where I can decide how many pages I want to save as PDF. Do I want to save only my current page as PDF, or do I want to save all the pages? This allows me to choose the number of pages I want in my PDF. Options are very important. And second, there's an option here, minimize size. So if I'm saving the PDF, I can also decide that I want to minimize the size if I'm sending it by email or by WhatsApp. So it will automatically compress my PDF and try to send the PDF as a smaller format so that it can be easily emailed or put on WhatsApp. Okay, so this is the way you can save any file into a PDF document. So I'm coming to question number 23. He says brochure 13, add the words athletic brochure publication as tags to the current document. And then the word brochure as a category to the current document. Now this is something which is again a very important aspect, where a document, if you're sending to somebody, so person should know what all is there in the document without opening the document. That means if I'm sending a document without you opening a document, you should be able to know the document के अंदर क्या भेजा है. For that, what we do is this: we basically put all the details into something known as document. I'm sharing my document now. Document properties. So when I go to File, here are my properties. Here I can add whatever I want to add. You are seeing only half of it. When I click on Show All Properties, it will show me everything. Title, tag, comments, status, which category it is, what's the subject of this file, who owns this file, which company owns it, everything. Who's the manager, who's the author, everything can be put in over here. So when I open a document and here the question says you need to add the words athletic brochure and publication as tags. So I go into the tags and all I do is I add all of those three things. Like this, right? Athletic brochure publication. Then I've also got the option of putting a category. So he says you put the word brochure as a category of current document. So I go to category and I say, okay, this is a brochure. So a person knows that this file is something to do with athletics. It is a brochure and it is a publication. That's why I put three words in the tag. And it will come under the category called brochure. This is how my document is organized in my office. And I'm sharing this with the other person to let him know that yes, our department of brochure is handling it. So category is brochure. And what I've sent you is nothing but a brochure which is used for publication. And it is about athletics. That's the way you can decide on the tags and the category. Are we clear with this?
Yeah.
That's how we get our tags and categories, which you can put in a document. Next is question B of the same question. Use the inspection feature to remove any personal information from this document. That means ये document में कुछ personal information है which you don't want to share with others. You want that to be removed. So those information that is there in your document will be again in the same place called document properties. I will share my document properties again with you. Yeah, so this is my document property. And under info, I've got something known as check for issues. Uske andar I've got something known as inspect document. When I go to inspect document, he'll say, are you sure you want to inspect the document? I say, yes, I want to inspect it. So he'll bring up a window telling me what do you want to do. So over here, document properties and personal information is also there. Everything is a tick mark right now. I'm going to say, please inspect my document. He will start inspecting. Once he finishes inspecting my document, he will tell me what all my document has. He says, there are no comments. We did not find any task. There are no embedded documents here. There are no macros. There are no headings. There is no XML data. We found some header, footers, and watermark in a document. There's no invisible content. There is no hidden text. But we found some header, footer, and watermark. And we also found your personal information. So I say I want to keep my header, footer, and watermark, but I want to remove my personal. So I'm just going to say remove all. And I will just after that close. So my personal information from the document which was stored has gone, and my header, footer is still there. So I'm going to the last question, which is C, where he says locate the accessibility issues in this document, then add the alternate text smart art for diagram 11 that comes up in the accessibility list. Close the alt text pane when done. Accessibility issues are issues which a document is checked for whenever the document is going to people who don't have vision, people who are blind, who cannot read the document and use the help of the software to read the document out to them. So that's the reason why accessibility plays an important role, and that's where it comes in play. So here I want to accessibility issues. First I want to find them, and then when it comes up, I need to put some name, right? So I have to put the text smart art for diagram 11 in my accessibility issue if it comes up. So I'm opening this document, brochure 13, and let's run the accessibility test. To run the accessibility test, we go to file, we go to check for issues, and we say check accessibility. He checks for accessibility and brings up a window showing me all the errors that I have in my document. Quickly brings up this window. First one, he says missing alternatives. He's saying there are 3 diagrams. This, and this. He says the 3 diagrams are there. You have not given any names to them. Suppose I go to diagram 11 and I say, okay, let's give it a name. So I choose this and I say, what is the recommended action? He's saying add a description. So I say, okay, I'll add a description. And I add the description they told me, smart art. And after I've done that, I just click outside. You'll notice it's gone away from here. See, it's not there, diagram 11, because my job is done. This diagram 11 has got an alt text. Anytime I click on this diagram 11, and if I right click on this diagram, there's an option here known as edit alt text. If I click this, it will show me the word smart art is written. See, which I just now added on. Like this, he's giving you recommended actions for each diagram in your file. See, recommended action, added description. अब इसके लिए क्या बोल रहा है? Image or object not in line. He's saying this is not in line. Place this in line. So I click this. Did you notice something? Earlier it was a little too much touching the top edge. So when I did this, watch what he does. It's quite amazing. Place this in line. Place this in line. See, he goes on changing it. place this in line. He's changing it based on what he felt right, place this in line. Like this, every object, he's giving me the actions, place this in line. Sometimes his recommendation may not be right. But the reason he is recommending this is because it's only for mainly for people who have a difficulty in understanding where the objects are in your document. Accessibility is mainly for that particular purpose. You may not require it to be used everywhere, but only in case your document is being shared with visually impaired people.